okay. Watch the memories I made turn to dust. Someday you'll find everything will be alright. I lost myself just to get what I want again. Lost myself just to get what I want again. Someday you'll see everything I left behind. I lost myself just to get what I want again. Lost myself just to get what I need. Sometimes to get what I want, don't get what I need. To get what I want, I don't get what I need. To get what I want, don't get what I need. To get what I want, I don't get what I need. Someday you'll find everything will be alright. I lost myself just to get what I want again. Lost myself just to get what I want again. Someday you'll see everything I left behind. I lost myself just to get what I want again. Lost myself just to get what I need. 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 Alrighty, crew, let's go! I am Captain Yarface and I am back with my ship and my crew and my new cowboy hat. Welcome back, Captain Yarface. That hat looks so good on you. I have returned from across the waves, riding my seahorse into the fray. Don't be silly now, Captain. A seahorse is far too small. No, it isn't. We will bring you to your knees. We're cowboys of the sea. We're back and we're ready to fight. Bravo's going to kill you tonight.
I think my mic's on. There we go. Oh, Christ. Hello, everyone. Oh, we are... I think we're live. I'm pretty sure we're live. Fuck. I would check. Right, it looks like we are. However, for some fucking bizarre reason, everything is, like, not showing. Like, all my, like, my main browser windows are not loading properly. So, that's weird. Just need to post on the tweeters. How do I... Oh no, I need to do this. Piss. Right, I think the tab's still muted. There we go. Alright, cool. Apologies, because this always takes like fucking minute. Oh, Christ. Are you just not gonna... Okay. Looks like I'm having issues. There's a point where I'm like, half the fucking hashtags I post, there's no point in posting them. There we go. I have it on good authority that there is a There is a John coming. So let me quickly sort some things out. Hope everyone in chat is doing okay. I need to put a fan on. It's warm. Come on. I mean, you can do it. There we go. Huzzah. Right, back to mod view. Perfect. And I even have, like, a fucking chat thing, but it's not gonna load. So, there we go. Right, we're good. We're good on that front. Awesome! Right, oh my god. Hello, everyone. Oh, we are live with episode 39. This is going to be a lot more of a laid-back episode, because it's just me at the moment. John will appear at some point, as I've said. Whenever that happens. Yeah. We will see. But we got lots to talk about. Lots of things have happened. I don't know whether to try and fill time until other people turn up. Because I know they're coming. And so I'll probably leave the music on and completely screw myself in terms of DMCAs. But fuck it, you know? God, I have such an attractive face sometimes. Let's keep this going. Oh, Christ. Hopefully I can try and figure out... Okay, close that. There we go. Maybe it's because I have too many things open. It is very possible. Or it could just be Discord being a fucking absolute gremlin creature, which it is. It's a fucking pain. That's what it is. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Make sure to turn the camera on. And virtual cameras already there. Cool. There we go. Cool. I am. Oh Christ. So I've got some fucking things to complain about. To start this off. Hey, Settled Torn, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking complain a little bit. It's not the worst thing in the world at this point. It's more, it's just a little bit of a pisser. That I was trying to 3D print recently. Doing good printing minis. Other than that, sitting around. Well, oh, yeah. So I've got some shit to complain about that. I had a complete print failure with my resin printer, and it wasn't even the fact that it was not what's the word, it's not like there were bits of like bad model and then it just stopped. Yeah, it wasn't a situation where it was like bits of the model like had broken off, supports had gone bad, didn't adhere properly, none of that. No, none. That would have been way more convenient. Hey Azal, how's it going? What happened is that it just didn't do anything at all. So I'm like, right, okay, that's weird. Took the vat out, put that down, checked the vat. There was nothing floating in there. I was like, okay, that's weird. I replaced the FEP. Like, I actually replaced the film for the tank. Replace that, so that took a fucking age. And then I'm like, right, oh cool, do that, put a print on, nothing happened, take it off. The LCD screen for my Elegoo Mars is fucked. It's just broken. It just stopped working, so I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So now I've had to order a new one. Luckily, it's not hard to replace. I've already taken the old one out. I just need the new one to arrive so I can slot it back in. And it's apparently, like, looking at the video, it's a really easy switch. I did have to drop 30 quid on a new one though, which is not great. But then I've got a new screen, I got new resin, and I also got, what else did I get? More isopropyl alcohol, which I need. Because I need, like, the ones I've currently got is currently, what's the word? It's a bit... I've used it a lot, so I need to cycle it out. So that was fun to discover. Yes, like, middle... Not last... Yeah, last... Around... Actually, it was, like, fairly late last night, thinking about it. Because I need to get more ISO as well. My latchback is turning blue. I mean, that's... At least it's well used. Definitely. But I was trying to get... I was trying to print off some Horus Heresy minis. After... Because following up, which I'll talk about in the podcast, like, a bit later. I was just trying to print some stuff, and I thought, afternoon, Captain Chaos. I was like, oh yeah, this should be fine. I should be able to easily print this. This is okay. And then I should have clocked that the machine was that the screen was failing, because my last successful print, even though I had a lot on the bed, like 1 or 2 things failed, and it was always the same spot. And I moved things around, and it was still the same spot failing. So I'm like, something's wrong here. So now I've kind of now clocked it like, the screen's failed. Which, to be fair, after a year and a half of intermittent use, like, there were times where I was using it, like, every day, printing loads of shit, and then there were times where I just wasn't using it. But there was no resin left in there was nothing like that. It just failed. So I was like, right, okay, I'll get a new screen. I am trying to figure out what I want to try and get in terms of 3D printing. I think I'm going to stick to just the Mars for now. Just keep it. And then hopefully what I'd probably end up doing is getting a Anycubic Viper, I think is what I was looking at, as an FDM printer. Mainly because it's an auto-leveling bed and I can't be fucked. I already had a 3D printer at one point, which I think I absolutely fucked it with the bed. Just trying to level it consistently just was never right and never really got to successfully print on it, which was a fucking pisser. So I'm like, hey, I'll buy a 3D printer. That means I don't have to do that. That would be sick. So I'm gonna probably get one of those at some point, but there's too much stuff to buy. There's too much stuff I need or want. I like to have a working printer before I end up getting anything else, because I'm like, I don't want to pay the 80 quid I need to buy 2 models from Forge World when I need 4 of them. You know? So I'm like, right, fuck it. I'm just gonna buy... Oh, look! There is a 3D print of it. Of the exact model I need with all the weapon options. And you just swap them out. Perfect. Nailed it. Love that. As soon as I try and print it, it's just, fuck you. Oh, Christ. The pricing for Forge World is absolutely fucking bonkers for what you actually need. Because I want to try and do Mechanicus, which is probably the worst decision I could make financially. Because I'm like, okay, so you want... I was trying to work it out. I'm like, okay, so if I wanted, like, 20 Techno Thralls... No, I was thinking 40. Like, I wanted to have most 40, because I can run them in 2 squads of 20 and be funny. Do that. And it's like, yeah, okay, that's, what's it? That's, a fair amount. We worked it out, on Sunday? Yeah, on Sunday. And it's like, fuck me. It's so pricey to just try and get into Horus Heresy. This 2-player starter box should be worth it if it's all plastic. If we can get a plastic Spartan tank, which is the biggest lump... Well, not the biggest. It's not a Mastodon, but it's a large lump of resin. Yeah, fuck it. You know, it's a big if. But the thing, we know it's coming. It's just the timing. It's the worst... It's GW's worst kept secret at this point. At least the recent one. You know, because it's like... We've seen all the leaks. We've had confirmations. We've had pictures. The blurry ones. And it's like, oh, okay. Those are going to be a thing. And say, hey, that means more people probably gonna play, maybe pick up Horus Heresy. Awesome. That'd be cool. And it's like, yeah, it's just like 2 Marine factions. It's a secret that they like money. That is true. They do like money. And this box is probably going to be quite expensive. I don't think it's going to come with terrain. I think it's just going to be for plastic casts of all the stuff. I don't know. I'm going to pay like 125, 150 quid, maybe. Could be less, could be more. Like, but it's around that region. If that comes out, that would be great. Honestly, that would be amazing. Because then I could buy it and then not build as 2 different squads and just have a big starter set for Horus Heresy and then paint it as Salamanders. Easy mode. Easy mode. The one problem is what's it called? The one problem being is I think the rumor is yeah, there's going to be different sizes because it's like the Indominus set. So it's going to be like the big 2-player box, the Indominus box. Yeah, need to play for all the resin. It's like, right, is the big 2-player box, and it's like when they size them down, like the different editions of it. If they do that, that's a fucking great idea, because Horus Heresy needs people. Like, it needs players. It's desperate. I need to minimize Discord. It's being a bitch. But if I want to just get, like... I'm just trying to think now. So it's like, I was about to Google something. You're right, that's what I wanted to Google. I want to go on Forge World quickly and just have a look at the, let's quickly go to here. Turn the camera on. Oh, no, wrong camera. No, no, no. Turn that on, turn that off. Alright, let's quickly check I'm a human. Look at all these buses. I almost clicked this one. That's a train. I'm out of this. Bus. That's an Airbus. It's not the same thing. If you want to be really pedantic about it, you know. So what we got, right? That's because I probably want to go. I think I figured this out. It's either going to be Space Wolves or Salamanders, one of the two. But I think I'll probably go for Salamander. No, not Raven Guard. Fuck that. I'd probably go for Salamanders more, even though the Space Wolves have more stuff. Like, their stuff looks cooler. Because of, like, their Dreadnought looks fucking sick. But they have a lot of upgrade packs. And a lot of, like, super specific units. So I don't know if I'd... And plus half the shit sold out, but... It's like, right, let's fucking get rid of that. Let's go to Salamanders. I think they're basic troops. It's just the face, just the headpieces and the shoulders. Like, those are the only separate things. Like, otherwise you got Fire Drakes and Pyroclasts, you know, as separate things. Like, yeah, it's a limited range, but, you know, it's a fun one. So I'd rather that. But obviously on the Space Wolf side, you've got all of their... They've got super specific sculpts for everything. You know, because you've obviously got... Like, the Praetor looks very specific. The Terminators look very... I mean, every Legion has their own Terminators. Their own fancy Dreadnought. I don't think there is a... no, accessories... Contemptors. There is a Salamander one. The Salamander one looks cool. Look at him, he looks fucking sick. If only there were plastic... Well, there are technically plastic Titans. You just have to go play Titanicus. Which is a fun game, I will say. Titanicus is a fun game. But... Yeah, the big ones. Yeah, fuck that. They'd be cheaper. I would say yes, I would agree they'd be cheaper, but... They'd never do that, ever. That's the whole point of... Fuck off. Where are the Titans? Where's the Titan builder? How does this work? Unit type. No. Vehicles. Titans and Knights. Oh my god, just for the body. Fuck, man. Fuck that noise. It's only £400 for the Warhound. I would never, ever... I don't know if I would consider ever getting a Titan. Unless, hypothetically, this channel goes absolutely gangbusters. What could FTS where we distract someone with ADHD? Yeah, fucking off the just... Oh, my head hurts. But yeah, fuck, like, if this channel went gangbusters, and we made enough money to be able to buy a Titan for a bit, then maybe, but that's a real fucking push. I don't think I'd even go that far, you know? Oh, those are cool. They look like dwarves. I guess because the shields are big, but that makes them look really small. The thing is, I was told it's like by Zell, it's like, no, Horus Heresy Ultramarines are interesting. I'm like, it's possible. But I don't know. Let's have a look. Oh, I want to have a look at some of the vehicles. I want to just show me vehicles. I want tanks. Vehicles. Tanks. Yeah! That's how much a Spartan is? What the fuck? Just need to rent John out for a few Friday nights and you could have enough. That is true. But then he'd have to pick everything then. He'd have to be like, what it looks like. Alright, a Spartan is this much. Don't people usually have, like, 2 of these in an army? Or is it just the one? The glaive is £200? Fuck that! What the fuck? I mean, it does have the big tune cannon. It's got this thing, and I love it. There's the big tune. I mean, a Storm Eagle, yeah, that's fair. Isn't there a... There's a plastic version of this, isn't there? Yeah, gotta love the laugh. Yeah, it's just fucking... The artillery looks cool. Like, this looks sick. I love that. There's not that many armies that really kind of benefit from the Medusa, or like from the artillery stuff. It's like Iron Warriors 100%, but like a lot of the other ones, I would never run that in a Salamanders, because yeah, like that's the thing, is the printing stuff on top of that is so much better. Because if I go to, what was it, Cults, it's the main website I use, Forge World, where people have more money than sense. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of that. And the problem is, as well, is that the Forge World stuff is good. You know, it's just good. So people are like, oh yeah, I'll fucking buy all the Forge World stuff. Hence, look, we talked about it before. The Volkite Contemptor Dreads, which are relics, are, you know, the easiest thing in the fucking universe. And like, I was like, oh yeah, everybody has them now. Ah. This cult's literally... Oh, okay, no, it's not gone down. I think... Oh, okay, no, it just fucked up. Okay. And an Iron... I'm looking for the Skullcracker War Engine and an Iron Demon War Engine. Ooh. Those sound... I don't know what those are, but they sound cool. Fuck yeah. Oh, look, here we go. There is a guy here selling 9th Levirobot Easy Print Pack. Alright, let's... Chaos Dwarf War Machines. Oh, right, yeah. Oh, is that the train? I want the train. The train looks cool. Oh, look. Contemptor Weapon Easy. Oh, that's how... I wonder what's in here. Parts of the train. Yeah, the train's fucking cool. Alright, hang on. Like, okay, so there's a Plasma. There's a Multi-Melter. There's the Las. Oh, look! Look, boys! It's when it loads. Oh, hang on, I can double click it. Come on. Yeah, look at that! Oh, those... Is that twin Volkites? Is that twin Oh, that's twin Volkites, boys. That's free. Obviously, you would have had to pay a £300 printer to get it, but... You know, it's like, oh, cool, if I got a... How much are they from... Oh, wait, you can't get them anymore? Because they're out of fucking stock, because everybody's... Oh, look, there they are. So it's 11 quid for one, but you don't get the shoulder joint. You only get... What do you get? This? No, you don't. You just get this bit. You just get that chunk. Oh, okay, no, there's shoulder pieces in there. So it's like, oh, fucking... If you really wanted to 3D print the weapons, then I don't think anybody would really care. Because the model's the same. The weapons are 3D printed, you know? Fuck it. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it. I don't know if that's a thing with TOs at the moment, is if there's 3D printed I guess it depends on the TO, and it depends on the tournament, but like 3D printed parts, but the models whole. Yeah, you can't take it at GW official tournaments, but who the fuck's going to those at the moment, you know? And also, if you're doing that, why the hell are you taking a spammy Volkite contender list, you know? Oh, there's so much shit. Right, let's swap back to my face. There we go. I lost chat. There's chat. Yeah, exactly. It's like this Horus Heresy tournament, not tournament, Escalation League that I'm doing now, is one guy's army is going to be entirely 3D printed. And I'm like, yeah, I can't fucking blame you. Hell, I'm going to do the exact same fucking thing. Like, I'm going to try and print most of my... I think I'd probably get... There's one model I will get. I will have to buy from Forge World, because I would rather get the proper one. Where is he? It's this boy. This large lad. Look at him. Oh. That makes me cool. Look how fucking big he is. He's a big lump of resin. And there's so much cool detail on him. And it's obviously a giant plasma mortar. God, I wish I had this in 40k. Holy Christ, I'd put my entire army around that. It's like my 99% is 3D printed. Only one out of print limited edition model I have is Forge World. I mean, you'd rather not put your dick in that. No, not gonna lie, it's got sharp edges. But I'd buy this. I'd definitely buy this from Forge World. Because these never go out of stock. Because you only buy the one, and that's all you need. You know, you're not taking multiples of these. Usually. And yeah, it sucks as well, because like, if you look for Chaos Dwarf stuff, half of it doesn't exist. So let's have a look. I think, didn't they get rid of a load of it? No. Chaos. Did they actually get rid of a load of it? There was more here. Oh my god, they got rid of them. Holy fuck. Wow. Yeah, Rogue Idol, you gotta have to 3D print. Oh, actually no, they do have Rogue Idols in. The Rogue Idols look cool. They look so cool. I don't even know what their rules are. I'm gonna have a look. Yeah, completely. So, oh, you want to play this cool fact? Get fucked. It's especially, it's so rampant with Forge World. Let's see. Let's see if the Warhammer app has got these fuckers in. Let's have a look. Publications. Destruction. No. Warhammer Legends. War Scrolls. Oh shit, even all the Bull Centaurs. Oh, okay. So for this edition, they've retired all of the dwarf stuff. Yeah, no, all of the dwarf stuff now is in Legends. Fuck off with that shit. Are you serious? And all the dragons. Magma Dragon, the Warpfire Dragon, the War Engines. Fuck you now. The Quarrelers Thunderers. I mean, yeah, they've technically got... Lost King... It's like Forge got rid of them. That's okay. We have what you want. I've seen a lot of that with 3D printing stuff recently. Yeah, I mean, as City Sigma, entirely reasonable. So you can actually fucking play the game. Like, that's what I'm thinking now, is, like, I found a guy on, My Mini Factory that's basically redone all of the old Warhammer Fantasy dwarf models. And yes, you can still buy some of them from GW. But he made, obviously, like, female sculpts of them, too. So I think there's long beards and then long braids, which is fucking, yeah, love that. And it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just do that instead, you know? Right, I gotta search for Rogue Idol. Okay, then one does exist. I didn't see it in the legend, so it looks like you can still take it. What does this thing do? It has the Cruel Boy keywords. Wait, is it in their codex? It can't be in their battle tome. Destruction, Oracle War Clans, War Scrolls. What is it? It's not battle. What the fuck is a Rogue Idol? Rogue. It's in there. I don't know where the fuck it is. Was updated to be in the Cruel Boys army. Okay, that's fair. It's 430 points. Fuck me. Okay, what's it do? 16 wounds, a 4-up save. He's got big fists and big feet, or stubbled. So 2 attacks, 3-up wounds on, assuming 2-up, -2 d6 damage each. Fair. And then stomping feet, which is at full bracket, 10 attacks. Obviously, the move and the feet go at the same rate, so it's 10, 8, 6, then 4. So 10 attacks, 3s, -2, 2 damage. If this model is slain before moving it from play on a 4, each model within each unit within 3 inches. 4-up D3 mortal wounds, cool. +1 to cast for wizards nearby. And then all +1 bravery for all the orcs. It's a 5-up ward. At the end of the combat phase, roll dice for each enemy unit within 3. On a 4-up, it takes a mortal wound. +1 hit if it charged. So you're doing that on 2s? That's fucking sick. Why are people not... I'm assuming because it's 430 points, but still. It's cool. Yeah, fuck Cracknose. I want one of those. That'd be way better. Right. Yeah, but so, what was I saying? You see why I want... Yeah, no, I think you should definitely get one. But yeah, like... I was going to say a thing and I've forgotten what it was. Because I'm bad at this. Okay, right, so... Yeah, right, because I've got the links open. So, my plan is, it's like, oh, well... Find some decent, dwarf minis. And just 3D print a lot of them. Like, that's what I'm hoping for. Because otherwise, 2 more Crusher and a Rogue Idol, everybody dies. Oh, I want to see that. I want to see that on the battlefield. That would be poggers. Right? But yeah, so it's like... We've got, yeah, just get loads of dwarves and like, get them all in a similar style, and then use them for multiple games. But like, what we've got, like, I'm gonna use them for Kings of War. And like Kings of War especially now, because it does have, we can probably talk about that before other people turn up. Of War. There we go. Right, so we have a look at some of the Kings of War stuff, right? Because they basically got their General's Handbook coming out soon for next year, which added 2 new armies to have full rules. You had the rules were there before, but this is like, okay, it's now in a proper book. It's not a PDF, right? I think the PDF still exists though, so there is that. Yeah, links should be allowed. Keyword should. I don't know. Just try it and we'll see how it goes. It might be like, oh, we've got to flag this, blah, blah, blah. I get to be the test dummy. Yes, you do. Hey, there we go. It does work. And so, oh, there's so many fucking dwarves. Can you send me the links to these STLs? I want them. Let's put that there quickly. And then I just want to... Just like a... Oh, no. Join the tab, you dick. There we go. Yeah, send me the fucking link to these, because I want them. They look so good. This would be a fun project. Like, because I don't really go for much chaosy stuff. But maybe Chaos Dwarves would be enough, you know? Like... These are really nice sculpts. Did you say it was like Lost Tribe or something? Was the name of the brand? 3D printing's so cool. Yeah, so we got... Yeah, Lost Kingdom. There we go. Oh, that opened it there. Fuck you. There we go. Right, let's pull that up. Where'd that go? Why? Why did that go to that one? Oh my god, this is pissing me off. I don't know why this is just breaking. There we go. Right, that's... Oh my fucking god. Oh, you got Throne as well? There's the Bull Centaurs. Do they have a, what's it? Do they have the Blood Bowl team? Can we make a Blood Bowl team with this? Those are the specific one was for their October bundle for Patreon. Oh. Standard bearers, sorcerers. The statues are quite cool. Real, it's proper like Babylon, isn't it? I didn't know if that was the aesthetic from before, like from their, what's it called? When their Warhammer Fantasy days, but I like the terrain bits as well. Those are kind of nice. The Ballista, the Devastator. Oh, there's the cannon. Oh, that's fucking... It's like in a Sphinx face. This is such a cool aesthetic. See, I don't mind... Weirdly, I don't mind this as much. Weirdly. There we go. There's the Gunman. Elite Gun. So actually, this is a point. Let's have a look at... So we got these, right? These are all STLs, right? If I download... If I click this... Yeah, this is for... I get the pre-supported version, which is €12, right? Okay, and then I can print as many of these as I want. Okay, so we have a look at these, right? It's come without a base, except those with the scenic. You can download the bases you need for free in the bases section. Cool, right, cool. So let's have a look at Kings of War, right? Because Kings of War obviously has... They did the same kind of thing. They were like, Abyssal Dwarves. Yeah, we'll bring them back. After Warhammer Fantasy died. So there's some stuff here, and they're fully supported and everything. But obviously, you could just be like, I'm just gonna not play... Like, you could 3D print all of this shit and just play this. Because some of these, like, okay, if we have a look at the actual main unit, they're not amazing. They're kind of a little derpy. But, you know, from a different company that's not like GW or like... When they're not producing the minis themselves, it's very different. Like, the level of quality is like, oh, if we can make a 3D print file, you know, compared to actually making the models yourself, where you probably have to you won't be able to get the maximum amount of detail. You have to cut corners and this, that, and the other. It's a lot of that. So, I mean, to be fair, like, I'm not even gonna, like, the dwarves that they've got here are okay. They're okay. Like, they've got fucking guys who ride badgers, which are pretty sick. But I'm gonna pick something. I'm gonna 3D print my own shit, you know? So, there's a lot of this. I was having a look, because one thing I wanted to talk about today, yeah, that link I just sent shows, like, well worth the, oh, if it's, like, $10, let's have a look. Oh my fucking god. It's 80 euros afterwards. But then it's, you know, you get their Patreon. You get their Patreon and you'd be like, yeah, that's fair. You just, because then you're jumping the gun, you know. Toon King stuff, Wood Elfie stuff, some cool Chinese stuff. That's pretty sick. Well, they started in July. Wow. So what I want to check, they've got this light bit. What's in here? Oh, that's a lad. Quetzal Empire. Quetzalcoatl. Cool. Kitsune Druid. Okay, yeah, cool. Go full, like, Naruto shit. Croak. Nice. Oh, you want actual lizard men sculpts? Go for it. What have they got here? Kingdom of Mercia. So it's just, like, knights and stuff. Which is a cool... I mean, to be fair, doing an entire 3D printed, like, Bretonian army where it's this shit? Hell yeah. Hell the fuck yes. And I want to bring this up because I discovered that in Kings of War, at least, there is a rule set for what was Bretonia. It's, like, called the Brotherhood or something like that. So if you wanted to go, like, Grail Knights and stuff, that's the faction you go. But I wanted to cover because... there's some nice STLs. So what I wanted to cover actually is that Kings of War, part of the two armies that they brought out. We've talked about halflings before on the podcast, and I do really like the aesthetic of like their knights are guys with pots and pans riding. If they got proper armor, but they're riding dogs. Oh, these are new. They got some fucking jetpacky boys. They got the forest trolls to help them out. That's a winged dog. The armored beast, which is cool because it's like a kitchen on the top. Cavalry armies are sick. I like these, the hot air balloons. So they brought the halflings out, and there obviously looks like they've got more stuff. And now we've got these Rift Forged Orcs that came out pretty much out of nowhere. These are like pre-ordered. And these Orc models are gorgeous. Like, look at this. Look at the detail on this fucker. It's a cool mismatch between, like, the heavily plated Orc of, like, World of Warcraft and, like, the savagery Orc of the, like, Warhammer. And there's, like, a bit more of, like, mutation thrown in there, because the entire point of these guys is, like, they went into, like, a magic portal and then came back. So they're all kind of fucked up. Or, like, slightly twisted. So... you got oh, it's a minis. Cool. These are nice for, like, large models. And then you got your big troops of boys. Which are... like, they're cool, they're heavily armored, they look fucking intimidating. Which, and I want to say, if Mantic redid a lot of the factions now, and they decided to say, oh, we're going to redo dwarfs, you know? Any of, like, the older ones. Or that we may even get a new version of dwarfs, because obviously it's a lot of remnant stuff. But they redid them up to, like, this level, I think a lot more people would be like, oh, like, they'd really be paying attention. Some two-handed orky boys. These look so good. And the actual, like, the piece for them all together is really nice. I can see some really nice dioramas coming through. So, what we've got here is we've got... so, these are just Riftborn. Rift Forge and Reborn Legionnaires. You've got this is a Stormcaller, and these are Thunder Seers. Which sounds super. Oh, I guess their entire motif is like quite lightning-y based. They got the rules and stuff. So obviously, this is just the basic. These are the army packs. What's in the mega army pack? Because there's more shit. So you got these boys. You got. Oh, you just got doubles. So you got. Okay, yeah. So you've got 20, 40, 60, 80. These three guys. You have a Stormcaller on a fucking lion. That's kind of sick. And then you've got this man. I love. Oh, that's fucking. The smile's kind of fucky, and I like that. I like this guy. So, this is my anvil. I brought it with me. Hello. He's a Rift Forger and a Stormcaller on Manticore. Oh, it is a man. Oh, yeah, it is a Manticore. It's got the tail. But this is like a wizard guy. I'm assuming you can put like a proper... You can put that fucking lad, the armored dude, on the Manticore. I think that'll be a different model for it. But in fact, you get 80 fucking boys and some characters and stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing what more comes out of this. I think this would be cool. Plus, there's other orc stuff that you can kind of get in there for too. And you can tell the comparison because it's like, here you go. Rift Forge, Halflings, new armies, right? Basilian is an army that they entirely came up with, so their sculpts are pretty tits. Or at least some of the newer stuff is. Like, these guys, these Basilian Ogre Palace Guards are so nice. Northern Alliance, you know, got some really nice models. Night Stalkers, really nice models. The Trident Realms. I think these are a lot older. But there's some cool designs, you know. But then you've got your basic elves are, you know, they're showing age. I hope more gets converted. I hope they... And obviously, I don't think it matters as much because their entire focus is... Any guys that look like that have been in a castle, look like they've been cast in blue tack. I mean, a little bit. I guess it's because of the armor from a distance. It doesn't look great, but slightly different paint job I think would do them much more justice. I mean, I don't think it matters because the Kings of War's, like, model is just... here is a game we made. Play our game. You know, they, like, obviously, they make money off of this, right? But, it's like, I'd rather... If I just go back to here... They make more money off of the books. You know, they get the books out and they get, You're gonna give me the book... Here we go, like... Core rulebook. Everything you need, all the unit profiles for all the newer stuff is in the core rulebook. And if you have something that's a bit more fruity, you have the Uncharted Empires and it's all in there. Done. Here's the new book, which is going to have all of the Rift Forge stuff in it, including the stuff they've not released. The artifact cards are generic, so everybody has access to them, then everyone's getting the same ones. It's, you know, this is their bread and butter, is getting people to play the game. They don't care how they play it, you just want to play it, you know? Which is a little reassuring, because then you can just kind of really fuck with it. I'm going to keep these Lost Kingdom ones open for later. We're back checking the shields, seeing if they've been printed. Hopefully, you don't have to replace your printing screen like I do. Where the fuck is John? One day he'll turn up. Right, do we want to talk about quickly the, do we want to go over the balance patch? Should we get that quick and dirty out the way? I mean, people have already said what needs to be said with this, right? So let's fucking have a look at this. Now, I will say, this is setting a good precedent, you know? Some people are like, I don't know how I feel about... Like, quarterly updates with changes like this, reasonable. But you've got to also remember that a lot of the armies that are here, that are getting changes, minus Necrons, I would love to like the Mantic stuff, but the minute just don't have the quality. The sculpts are generally nice, but it's not sharp enough when it comes to it. That, agree, 100%. But that's why you can use whatever models you want. It's a game like that. You know, if you're playing skirmish level games where they can be like, yeah, just use whatever, just play the game. It's the same thing, but on a wider scale, on a larger scale. Hence why I'm gonna 3D print my entire fucking Kings of War army for a video like that. I'm just gonna do that because it'd be fun. So like that's reasonable. But with this fucking balanced data slate, right? So let's have the armies that are on show here, right? You've got what? Mechanicus. You got Mechanicus, who already has a codex. Looking up Chaos, nice, yeah. You got Chukari, which already had a codex. Necrons were the first codex to come out. That wasn't Marines. Marines haven't been touched, weirdly. I still think they need to be looked at, but we don't. But I think their problem is a wider rule, not just them being Marines, you know? And then, you know, Chaos Space Marines, no book. Mitarum, no book. Knights, no book. Orcs had a book. A very recent book, and it already caused huge problems. You know, so I think having the biggest tournament in America have an Orc player completely table people, and GW were like, oh fuck. This is bad. And understandably so. Like, it was a problem. But with this kind of thing, it's like what's being changed here is stuff that is off kilter or hasn't been released yet. You know, we don't even know when Guard are gonna get, like, even with the leaked timelines, Guard are not in them. You know, we know Chaos is, we know Tau are, which aren't on here because their book is real soon. Custodes, Dream Season Cults about to get their book. Tau aren't on here because Tau, their book is already now being printed. That is why we haven't got it, you know? These changes are amazing, but there are a few things which have been missed. For example, a few flyers which can be spammed still due to its rules, and some flyers which can't just be taken due to the wording. Yeah, it's because they specified aircraft models. That's the thing. So yeah, let's have a look at this fucking match play rule. Right. So what this cucks, Stratoraptor spam, which was a problem, and Orc flyer spam as well, because those were also a problem. You can only take you can't include more than two, because like one aircraft and 3 aircraft, no one gives a shit. Right? Strike Force is what we're going to be dealing with. More than 2 aircraft models. Keyword being models. Obviously, aircraft is the main keyword, but models is a bigger deal. Especially because there are some planes which you can take in a unit, but you can't now take them in a big unit. For example, Valkyries can be taken in a unit of 3. Can't do that anymore. You can only take 2, and things like that. It's like it's a casualty. It's a casualty of war for the betterment of everybody else. You know, which it's like, oh, I can't play my Tempestus list. Oh, that kind of sucks. Okay, I guess I just wait until I guess I just buy other transports for now. That's fine. I only take my 2 Valkyries, and I don't take my Vulture. You know, and that's a little pissy, but we also don't, like, the Astra Militarum Codex will come out and things will change. You know, there'll probably be an exception to the rule if you're playing Tempestus, because Valkyries are kind of a key component for that. So, nah. I'm not too sure what, because, like, you pointed out here, the few flyers which can be spammed still due to its rules. I'm curious what flyers those are. If you could elaborate, that'd be great. But obviously, because it specifies no more than 2 aircraft models, specifically. Because having the fly keyword of being an aircraft are 2 different things. And that's what we need to remember. If they have both, then you're fucked, but I think you can still take the Chaos Turkeys. Oh, right. So if we check that really quick. So that would be Chaos Space Marines. What are they called? What are those fuckers called? Helldrakes. Helldrakes. Oh, yeah! Yeah, they... Oh, that's a point. No, that's a really good point, yeah. Because they don't have the aircraft keyword. They're vehicles and demon engines with the fly keyword. That's the difference. Stormfang taken off shelf and booted up in the loft. Yeah, that's a problem. No, can't take a storm more than multiple Storm Eagles. Raptors, Hellblades, and Hell Talons. Aircraft, like, that's the thing. It's stuff with the aircraft thing. The Stormfang was already not going to be seeing play because it's a Stormfang. Like, the Stormfang's fucking cool. I really like the Stormfang. I love its design. I love their flyers. But, you know, Storm... Is it the Storm Wolf? Is the big one? The transport? Give me a picture. Where's the picture? Right, the dump truck is the Storm Wolf. The Storm Fang is the small version. Oh no, it's the same thing, but it's the different cannon. It's the one that has the Hellfrost cannon. Yeah. Alright, I'm on the page. Like, they already weren't seeing play, which is sad because they're really cool, but also at the same time, it's like, how many of these different layout? Yeah, how many of these were you taking? Like, it's not awful because you're not having more than 2. I don't see anyone taking 3 of these ever. I wouldn't see that. Maybe 2 at most, and that's pushing it because that's what 280. So that's 560 points for just 2 of these things, which don't have -1 to hit. Oh no, they do have supersonic. Yeah, it does have hard to hit. Yeah, having 1, like, that's the thing. Like, 1 for the rule of cool is the best kind of thing, you know? So, there is that. And I just got a message that John isn't able to make it, so that is entirely fair. Like, having 1 of these, I totally would buy 1. I actually have some Space Wolves I bought off of Evan, who used to be on the show. Bought them off of him. I haven't done anything with them, but I've got them. And I will probably turn them into an army at some point. Like, yeah, this is tricky because obviously it entirely varies for who it really benefits. But like a Valkyrie is fucked because it's an aircraft. You know, if you're playing Tempestus, you're just gonna have to wait until the Guard Codex, you know? Or you're gonna have to play more land-based. You're gonna be running more normal transports, you know, instead. You can still take 2 of them, which is probably the most you're really gonna get. You just can't have loads. Or at that point, you're like, oh, I'm just gonna. You're not. What's the word? Also, this is stuff for match play rules. If you don't like it, just don't fucking use it. There is also that, like, oh, I can't play my Tempestus. Oh, okay, I'm just not going to use this rule. Obviously, this will be in effect at a tournament, but it's not going to be affected at your gaming table if you both agree, you know? If you have to be, like, to the fucking letter, then, you know, that's your choice. But there's also the choice to not use it. There is that. Alright. So let's have a... Yeah, but a lot of these are either... I mean, old... Hasn't got. Orcs, problem. You know. Fun first, rule second. Exactly. John's in the chat. I hope you're doing well, John. Don't worry about it. It's all good. I can talk continuously for a long time. So, let's have a look at this. So, Militarum. Lehman Russ is getting a 2-up save is super funny because Baneblades don't. and I know someone who is very pissed off about that fact. Tank commanders can basically order tank commanders can give orders to other things, which means we're going to see more max payload not basilisks. I think it is basilisks, actually. Probably not making it tonight, but you're doing... Okay, I appreciate it. But yeah. You got tank commanders giving stuff out to basilisks, wyverns, and other mortars and things, which means that Astra Militarum out of line of sight shooting is about to get way better. I think Guard could start pushing it up now in terms of being competitively viable. And then also their voice of command being able to daisy chain. They get the same order if they're issued for anything within 6... let me reread this. Whichever regiment unit with the voice of command ability issues one of the following orders to a regiment infantry unit, that same order can be issued to one or more friendly regiment infantry that are within 6 of the unit that order was originally issued to. Keyword 2. Keyword 2, because that means you can go... Right, you got your company commander, you got your platoon... Sorry, company commander. He goes, right, first rank, second rank, and you've got all your guys who've just kind of converged into a similar area. It's like, one guy's within 6 of the main unit, and another guy's in 6. Then suddenly you've got a, 6, 12, 18-inch line of guardsmen who've all just received the same order, which means you're not having to be very picky about it. You can actually work around it. Get everything to daisy chain, which is probably... You can also daisy chain to heavy weapons. So, if I position this just right, my heavy weapon teams, who are nearby, can then also benefit from this order. So, look, they've now just got this. This is going to be super good for Tempestus, because if I only need to worry about having one guy nearby now, because I'm just going to give them all the same fucking order. It's not for the specific orders for sub-factions, which is a little bit meh, but you're more likely to be using these ones anyway, because these are the generic, bring it down, first rank, take aim, etc., fix bayonets. Like, I'm not going to be using the Tempestus order that much, but, there's this, so this is pretty good. I'm going to actually come up with a Tempestus list that has a bit more transports to it, and see how this goes. This will be interesting. Right, Chaos Space Marines. Yes, you're not getting 2 wounds. You're getting Codex in 3 months. Shut the fuck up. Next year is going to be a lot of Chaos stuff. Stop complaining. But you do get Whirlwind of Death for everything. Anything against everything. Marines have to take a sub-faction trait, make your own chapter, to be able to get this rule. All of Chaos Space Marines now have it for free. Cool, sick. Having 2 wounds also at this point, I want to point out, isn't going to change too much, because everybody is gearing towards damage 2 weapons to kill Marines. You're just going to meet at that. You're not going to get higher than that, but you're already going to be at the same fucking level. So it doesn't matter that much. And plus, Chaos has more problems that's going to not be fixed out of a quarterly balance sheet. Yeah, gets them Goth Orky Crumpin rules. And the fact you get an additional hit instead of an additional attack, which you had to roll for, fucking huge. Drakari got points, we'll go to those in a sec. Knights being able to now have the thing they should have had at the beginning of 8th edition when they came out, which is having objectives secured and counting as more than 5 to 10 models. So, War Dogs count as 5. Titanic models count as 10. And then your War Dogs and your Armigers for Chaos and Imperial are objective secured. Fucking huge. Actually huge. Because that means you can actually contest and play the fucking game. Imagine playing the game, boys. That's what you need. That's huge. Also, I need to think about what I'd take for it. I'm surprised I don't actually. I only have the one knight. I'd love to have more, but I can't. I don't know if I'd make them look good. That's the problem. I might fuck about with the list. You can fuck about with the list. That'd be cool. Right, Necrons. I wish George was here because he would be able to tell me about how much of a big deal this is. Necrons adding a lot of. I genuinely thought this rule already existed. No, it didn't. It didn't. Sigmar had things like this. 40k did not. So Knights really fucking suffered. Right, Necrons. Add the core keywords of the following for Canoptic. I don't know what those are. Oh, that's for a that's a 412 thing. The Canoptic Reanimator, which I believe was the War of the Worlds robot that came in Indominus. Canoptic Wraiths, Flayed Ones, Locust Destroyers, Locust Heavy Destroyers, Ophidian Destroyer, basically all the Destroyers and Triarch Praetorians, which are the Sword and Board guys. That is huge, because that means you can My Will Be Done a lot of your melee units as a good response. You actually have a decent response to dealing with Blade Guards, large Orc units, Incubi, etc. You actually got a really, really good response to that now. And, you know, you're getting a lot more stratagems available to you. I think George was saying that there was like a +1 strength to core units. There you go. You've got like all of your destroyers, which would really benefit from +1 strength. Fucking sorted. Having your norm also, yeah, your Locust Destroyers and your Heavy Destroyers, which you've got, I believe those are the ones with the guns, the big guns on them. Also huge, because that means you can actually give them rerolls, which is bonkers. Alright, Orcs. This, whoever got mad and bought fucking so many buggies. Okay, 10 shields are done. Awesome. That is actually good. At least there was no print failures. That's the nice thing. Right. Whoever thought that this wouldn't get changed is a fucking moron. Of course you can't have 9 buggies. That's insane. So this is not even that bad of a nerf. Put Sprog to bed and read some more Warhammer. That sounds fair. Yeah, add Lamala the buggy nerf. Exactly. It's fucking stupid. So you can still take 3 of them, and they're still really good. You know, it's not like they're suddenly awful. That's like, it's not a problem. What you have here is a controlled nerf to the size, not to the unit, to the size. I'm gonna guarantee that those buggies are gonna go up in points. Yeah, you can still take 3 of each car, exactly. Those buggies, like, all of these are probably going to go up in points. 100% when Chapter Approved comes out. Which is in, like, a month, probably. It usually comes out, like end of November. Snaz Wagons, yeah, the Squig buggies, already, they're still good. So, okay, so you can't take 9 of them anymore. Right? Cool. Oh, I can't take 9. What do I take instead? Okay, so I take 3 Squig buggies, automatically. I take 3 Scrap Jets, also, because they're really good. And then whatever the fuck you want. Shock Jump Dragsters. We're just gonna see more of those. Because they're also good. Like, because I think I talked about this before in the podcast with last week with George. That's happened because we were looking at Adrian's list that he took to No Retreat. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at this fucking Boomdacker Snaz Wagon. So it's not these. It is the Custom Booster Blasters? Is that the one? No, that's the Rivet Cannon. Shock Chump Dragsters, right? Custom Shock Rifle. You're hitting on... I think you have a Grot Gunner and a Targetic Squig. You have you're hitting on 3s. Like... Just take these. So 85 points for one of these, right? At the moment. The Squig Buggies are 90 points. So instead of having that, you can just buy other units, you know, and your Scrap Jets, also 90 points. They're all good. Why are people mad? This is entirely fine. I mean, it did kind of, like, yes, it hurt them because, like, hurt orcs a little bit because you now can't take multiple more than 2 Jacker Jets. Oh no, more than 2 Dacker Jets. Oh, woe is me. A Dacker Jet for what? Is 120 points kitted with all the super shooters, right? So that's, you got 2 of those. And then you've got... Right, we're gonna fucking work this out, right? Let's calculate. Right, let's go to the calculator, right? Where's my calculator? It's the wrong screen. Right. Is there a calculator in this? No, fuck, those are my settings. No, don't look at those. No, there's not. Shit. Okay, right. So, I'm just going to work this out, and I'll feed this back. Right, so 2 Jacker Jets. Right, so that's 120 times 2. So 240 points. Right, so John, the Jets... No, it's the... You can't take more than 2 aircraft at 2,000 points now. Across for everybody. So no more AdMech spam. If Drukari were adding Void Ravens, no more, like, you can only take most 2. You can't take more than 2 Orc planes now. That's how it works. I do have to say the IG Rust buff, last I checked there was no Asta Militarum Lehman Rust keyword. I know that it's because the keyword is also their name. That is also their keyword. Because, like, here you go, obviously, this is a Dacker Jet. It's its own keyword. And plus, Lehman Rust is you can take units at 3. So, fuck it, you know? Nope. Sorry, I'm being pinged on Discord, I just realised. Right. Oh my god, what? Fuck you, Discord. Right, so we got... We're already... Okay, we're at 240 points, right? For 2 freebooter Dacker Jets. Okay? All with all the super shooters. And then all the access to these teleports, right? So, we're going to have a unit of the Squig Buggies. They are 90 points as is. There's no upgrades. Right, so... And then... Oh, I wish there was brackets on this fucking thing. Can't brackets. Shit. So, right, so we're on 240. Plus 90, plus 90, plus 90. Right? 510. Okay. Plus another 3 for the scrap jets. And then plus Shocktop Drivers with 85. Plus 85, plus 85, plus 85. Okay, so you're at 1,035 points. Right? Okay, what are we putting else in? What else are we doing, boys? What are we figuring out? You've got everything else you can do. Literally anything else. Bikes. Okay, you probably can't take bikes because your fast attack slots are taken up. You got some commandos you can throw in there. You've got tank busters. You've got fucking whatever you want. In reality, you could take another detachment, the kill rig. There you go. How much is a kill rig? Let's have a look at the kill rig. 190 points. Yeah, throw one of those in there. That's 190. 1,225 points. And this is without HQs, so you're probably going to want a Death Killer Wartrike, a Beast Corsican Squigosaur, right? That's 145. 145 for that. The Death Killer Wartrike, 120. He'll have to be in a different detachment because he's also a war boss. You only have 1 war boss per detachment. If you want to take him, actually, I'll probably take him out. Minus 120. Fucking pick. You got so many choices. And so... Oh, you need another HQ. So, say we give a... You have more than one... at least 30 boys. Yeah, there you go. 3 squads of 10 boys. How much are boys? 9 points, plus the boss knob is also 9. With just basic loadout, so what? That's 90. Plus 90, plus 90, plus 90. 1,640. We need another HQ. Let's go, say, Big Mac with the fucking custom force field. Let's go with that. 85 plus 85. So 1,725 points. 3 trucks, right? Yeah, trucks. Where's the trucks? How much trucks? 70 points, right? So that's plus... Oh, piss. Hang on, go back to here. Plus 70, plus 70, plus 70. 1,935 points. We need a cheap HQ. Quickly. Which is a weird boy. 70 points. Too expensive. Okay, so right. Here's what we do. Right, we drop one of the dragsters, so we don't need 3. So that was minus 85, minus 85, and then we get because we got the beast card. Oh, do we want the beast boss on Squigosaur? He's pretty good. Well, we get that. We put that 85 back in for the Big Mac, and that means we've got, so that's 65 points to spend on something. So how much are commandos? 5 commandos with sluggers and choppers is 50 points. All right, plus 50. Fucking 1,985. I have just made the most fucking competitive list you can do for orcs right now. Well, okay, maybe not the most, because it doesn't have a fuck ton of bikes, right? But, like, you've still got 3, 6, 7, 8. Not far off, exactly, yeah. You've still got 8 buggies, 8 cars, 2 Dakar jets, and you could just stick whatever the fuck else in you want. You know, it probably won't be a beast boss on Squigosaur. You'll probably want the Death Killer Wartrike because he's fast and he's also a speed freak. So you can actually do the speed freak stuff. You know? The beast boss on Squigosaur doesn't really gain much for that. And then you go what's the war boss on? There's also the war boss on Warbike. That's an option. Like, honestly, the orc players have got nothing to complain about. Absolutely nothing. Right. Okay. Add mech changes. Most of the stuff went up in points. So things that went up in points. Holy Orders went up in points overall. Stratoraptors are now... A Stratoraptor is 180 points now. Base. The Chaff Launcher makes it 200 points. Good. You can only take 2 of them, but good. Notice that the Transport is 110 because no one was using it. But the Fusilier with the bombs and the Stratoraptor with the last cannons fucking skyrocketed in points. Vanguard went up a point overall across the board. Skitarii Rangers and Vanguard, they're 9 points now. Which means you're gonna be really hurting to go further than that. Manipulus went up in points. Dominus, I believe, stayed the same. The Marshal went up 10 points. Engine Seer went up 10 points. Dragoons, I don't believe were touched. Las Cannon check-ins, don't think were touched. They might have actually been... Actually, I think they might have gone up. But this page here is going to be reprinted in the chapter approved, because these are the chapter approved changes brought early, because there are other events coming up before chapter approved comes out. Okay. Drukhari, Archon went up Drazar, I think, went up. Homunculus stayed the same. Succubus went up 10 points. So she's 80 points now. Cabalite Trueborn went up. Witches went up. So witches at 15 points if you make them Blood Brides. Rax, I believe, stayed the same. Incubi, I think, went up as well. Raider went up to 95 points for a Raider, which means you're paying 105 points to get fucking Dark Lances. Jesus. Venoms, I think, stayed the same. The Razorwing Jet... The Bomber and the Fighter went down, but I think that's because, obviously, they've now been capped. So there is that, you know? Like, all the problem units went up. That's just how it is. There you go. Show Stealer went up. Splendid Genius, I think, went up. And the Maestro, I believe, stayed the same. Actually, I think that went up too. I think that went up 5 points. But it all adds up. It all adds up. And a lot of this is just like... Fuck. It's so expected. And the fact that we got these early shows that these armies are a problem. And it kind of sucks because I'm an AdMech player. I like AdMech. AdMech got me into the hobby. But it feels so, like... It doesn't feel fun to play with them. And it really sucks. Because I'm like, oh, I really like AdMech. I love their whole aesthetic. I love that kind of thing. Oh, I want to play a game in 9th edition? I mean, I can build it in a more fun way, but there's still a lot of problems with it. The problem with AdMech is that they were written in a complicated way. Drukhari were not written in a complicated way. Their shit is just really good, and you basically became a horde army that you could just outrun everybody else. You know, it was mental. Absolutely mental. So, there. Take from that what you will. Like, there you go. These are problems. I'm curious to see, I think this adding to core stuff, either these are going to stay the same, like the Flayed Ones, Heavy Destroyers, are going to stay the same points, or they're going to go down by a very small amount. GW could just say fuck it and you know, raise the points anyway, just to go say go fuck yourself. Could do that, honestly. All of these cars, they are way too cheap for what they are. They will be going up in points. 100%. And if they don't, GW's stupid. Well, we already know GW is stupid, but they're going to make it worse. Militarum, I don't think is going to get... I think they're going to get made a little bit cheaper, but not by much, because they can already field a lot. Chaos nothing's going to happen to Chaos, really, because their Codex is going to be out soon. And all the other factions, again, they've got Chaos. They got Codex soon. Yeah. What I think people were saying that they were surprised Eldar wasn't on here, because no one's playing Eldar. You know? But I think because they don't have enough data with Eldar, that isn't a mixed Drukhari detachment, it's not clear what to take. It's not clear what to do, you know? And it could also mean that their Codex is not far off, which probably isn't. We know it's coming next year. We know this for a fact. It's not going to go beyond next year. So, we'll see. We'll have to see. I know. Like, a lot of this... If this comes out quarterly, so 4 times a year, and we still get a chapter approved, and Chaos get a buff, let's just leave it at that. Leave it at a buff. Exactly, yeah, Chaos got a buff. That's good. That's good for Chaos players. Well done. But the idea being is that if this comes out, this is supposed to come out quarterly now. This is a thing they're doing. This is our patch notes. You know, League of Legends gets patch notes every 2 months. We get a new patch, right? Which has got some balancing changes, it's got some things, it's got some skins, it's got whatever, right? GW are kind of catching up with that. The app has already been updated. But, if you don't use the app, you have to wait for Battlescribe to be updated. if you don't use those and you just play quite casually, this doesn't really affect you. It's only really if you're playing at the more frequent competitive level that this matters. Because otherwise, at the end of the day, it's your hobby. Do what the fuck you want. Use your codex as is, you know. But if you are wanting to be, active in the competitive community, and you see this as a bad thing, then this is not. Then you are not gonna like what's gonna happen in every other medium that's like this. You know? GW are slowly starting to get the point. I'm glad they're doing this kind of thing. I'm 100% for it, because something like this, coming out, you know, what, every 3 months? To be like, hey, this is some data we've had, this is how we're changing things. Because obviously, any of this can just be reverted. It's on a PDF document, for fuck's sake. It's not like they're reprinting the codexes. And this could be gone in 3 months, you know? We don't know. And this is good, because it shows that this game is a bit more of a living game now. It's expanding. What I would love it to have is a proper, not shite codex problem of, you know, having to wait so long for everything else, or, you know, having to use a shitty app. You know, an actual living digital rule set would be perfect, but when, you know, that's just grasping it. They can barely make animations, and then, you know, are doing Warhammer Plus, and the animation quality is kind of shite. Are we really going to expect GW of all companies to be able to make a decent digital living rule set? Somehow, someone like Infinity's done it. I don't know how they haven't, but, you know, they've tried. We've seen them try. It's hit and miss. Okay, I feel like at this point I'm just going to be ragging on GW more, so I'm going to leave it there. I've been going for an hour and a half, basically constant talking, so I think I'm going to have to call it before my throat goes. Hobby stuff. I have almost painted all of my Deathwatch Marines that were on my table. I just need to base them. I need to do the heads. I'm not doing the shoulder pads because that's going to take too much time. And I need to do this for speed. But at least it will be battle ready by next weekend. And I also have to... I don't have a car at the moment, so I really hope my car comes back. Just want to get back from reading Warhammer Adventures. I'm sorry, Captain Chaos. I hope the Sprog enjoyed Warhammer Adventures. I just went on a big rant about saying how this is a good thing, and people who think this is a bad thing. I'm not too sure what the argument is for this being a bad thing. Minus the fact it's a bad change. But the idea of this is overall is solid. So, yeah, I have been talking for an hour and a half straight, so I'm gonna start kind of winding it down there. But, yeah, Marines are done. Are basically in the process of being done. She's excited when she see what the Skaven do. Good. She's on the right track. Spam Skaven Pog in chat. That's what you should do right now. Well, that's what everybody should do. You should subscribe to the Twitch channel to get the best emote on Twitch. It's just a fact. Right. Yeah, I think we'll call it there. And Kevin Cass is showing off that's fucking cool. Make sure to check out the Discord as well to look at these fucking sick pictures of this Frost Fang, Storm Fang. That's the one. Shit. Exclamation point Discord in the chat for the links. Exclamation point socials for all the social stuff. Follow me on Twitter, Gadsable Trades. You can find me here. And this will be it. I'll probably be doing a painting stream. Not tomorrow, maybe not Friday. I'll definitely be doing one on the weekend, for sure. In the week, not too sure yet, because work stuff is kicking off, so... And also, I might be crying by the amount of money I've had to spend on fixing my car. So, there is that. I think what we're going to do now, though, is I'm going to grab... I want to go to here. I want to go to there. Busway. Jesus. Right. Let's see if we can. Can I do a raid as a mod? I can't do a raid as a mod, so I have to log out and log back in. Fuck. All right. Log out. I need to log in as off the shelf so I can we can raid somebody. Probably raid Mikey because he's online. We haven't done this enough so I can raid random people yet. There we go. Right. So, alright, I'm in here now. So, I can... who's actually online? Mikey's online. Oh, here we go. There was someone I did see on, yeah, me versus tech. It's fucked. Right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna put a raid, and we're gonna raid... Let's go with, who's on the Warhammer tag? It was Last Hammer. Mikey's live. Actually, yeah, let's go with Last Hammer. She's painting orcs. So, yeah, let's do that. Alright, so I think it's Last Hammer _ TV. That worked? Right. I love you all. Thank you very, very, very much for watching. Go say hi to Last Hammer and have a chill evening. I will see you on the weekend. Ta-ra!